Hey, hey, hey! How is everybody? It is a craft night live. We're working on project number 2 of the SparkleBerry Box, and I am so excited, so very excited, and I know you guys are too. So we're gonna wait a few minutes to get everybody on. Already starting to get some people. Hey guys, I have cords everywhere because of course it's nighttime, so that means every device that I have is like no battery. So we have everything plugged in because we are not, and I repeat, are not going to have any technical difficulties. We are totally gonna have like the best success, the best craft success ever. Hey Valerie and Melody and Laura. I know you guys are so excited. I am so excited too. Did you get in, JJ? No? Huh. Yeah, I'm trying to get JJ over here logged into my Facebook account, but of course I don't remember my password, so I can't. Ooh, call Aunt Kelly. She knows it. Go call her. Please. Just do it for Mama. Just do it for Mama. Please. I love you. Come on. I'll do something really nice for you later. Hey, Terry. Hey, Jill. Okay, so as you know, this is a relatively new idea. We are pioneers, okay? Nobody else really does this whole craft kit. Hey, Jamie. And so I am learning along with you guys on the best way to get everyone the files. And first, let me tell you a little bit about what this is for those of you who may not know. And just hang with me, guys, because I really think this is going to be great instruction tonight. And I'm very excited to share with you guys just the basics of adhesive as well as glitter laminate. But for those of you that don't know, my name is Mandy and I am the owner and founder of SparkleBerry, and we are tonight crafting together. Now, for those of you who have already have the membership to the SparkleBerry Box, you are anxiously awaiting this. I know you have your files, hopefully, and you have your not so detailed instructions, but I kind of gave you a run through of what we were going to be doing. And I just want you guys to know that just like with any other instruction, it's okay. If you're brand new at this, I probably wouldn't pick up your crafting supplies and your machine right now, right as I'm doing mine, and try to do it along with me if you're brand new. If you're a pro, go for it, and that's totally fine. But for tonight, and really it's okay, this live is going to be posted after, and it's going to be on our Facebook page forever, for like the life of Facebook. So if you want to just watch this and save it for later to refer back to, and then we're going to be sending out more detailed PDF instructions later with hopefully pictures. Like I have big plans, like really, really big plans. So don't worry. Hey Gina. Okay. Hey Ton. All right. So the first thing that we're going to work on tonight is glitter laminate, and a lot of you have had questions because you're new at this. Some of you are old pros at it. I wanted to try something tonight and try to dial in Lauren. Did Aunt Kelly know it?
She didn't answer.
She didn't answer.
Did you still get something nice?
You still get something nice, yes. Ooh. Hey Kelly. All right, well, we're trying to get my Facebook password from Aunt Kelly because Aunt Kelly totally has it, but I'm trying to dial in Lauren because she's really good at glitter laminate, and we were discussing it, and I was going to dial her in and do like the split screen. I've always wanted to do that, but I don't know why. Lauren said, hey. There are my okay, let me see if I can click on Lauren's name. Oh, okay, Lauren, are you ready? Let's see if we can get Lauren on. You better pick up, Lauren. This is going to be so cool. So apparently we can actually put, it's Lauren! Oh my gosh, that's so cool. JJ, come look at this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Lauren is joining us. She's in Florida, and now we're going to, like, it's both of us online. I want to cry.
Crazy. My lighting's a little funky.
No, it appears that way, but you look beautiful from here. How do I look?
Gorgeous.
Do I look like I've had like 12 hours of sleep and,
yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Everything I haven't had. I did sneak a little coffee before this because I wanted to be like totally prepared for everybody. So can you guys see, Lauren? Oh, and you even have your SparkleBerry cup.
I do.
Okay, awesome. It is awesome. It is awesome, Gina. See, and I've been telling Gina about this too. Okay, so we're gonna start with And Lauren, I want you to help me with this because I think that you've done glitter laminate probably a little more than I have. And this is kind of my proof. I just got through cutting and I flubbed. But then I found the answer and I should have test cut.
Yeah. You didn't test cut?
I didn't test cut the first time. I did after. I think I found the sweet spot for us because we have the exact numbers for you silhouette users. All machines are different, but I think that we can get somewhere close to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing that I want to make sure you guys have is when you get started is a tape. Scotch tape's fine. What do you use, Lauren?
Scotch tape.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, mine's pink.
Yes, yours is pink. Mine's purple.
Yeah, purple's good too. Okay, your squeegee, of course, and a pair of scissors.
Yep.
Or some people use the little blade on their craft mat, but I don't like to mess mine up. Of course, your glitter laminate, which is this sheet right here, guys, that you had in your box. If you are a SparkleBerry Box member, hey, Cindy. Hey, Ashley. Ashley, you're next. We're going to be pulling you guys on.
Ashley loves some glitter laminate.
Yeah. And Beth's on. So for those of you that don't know, Lauren is now dialed in she's in Florida. I'm in Georgia, and we're split screening. And I bet we start a trend because I've never seen anybody do this.
It's crazy.
I mean, I don't want to watch a ton of lives, but this is pretty cool. Hey, Tara or Tara, I don't happen to know. You are the same one that I never did find out how you pronounce your name. I have another Tara, and she is Tara, if that makes sense. Aw, happy birthday, Daniel. Hello, Helen. Okay, I know, I'm a little spacey. Okay, so, Lauren, tell me, what is your top tip for glitter laminate?
Hinge method.
Whenever you're putting glitter on. What?
The hinge method.
The hinge method. That's right. So that's what we're going to be teaching you guys tonight is, okay, Tara. Okay, so Tara Falk is Tara, and then Tara Rose is Tara. So remember that, Lauren.
Okay,
okay,
I'll
so
try.
Michelle, okay, okay. I love that sweet look. That's really
Hey,
sweet.
Catherine. Crazy.
Okay. Glitter laminate. You can see I've already been cutting into mine. I like to cut my square out because otherwise if you try to do this big giant sheet, it's going to be a mess. And before we get started, Lauren, do we have any words of wisdom about the box that you have? You and I were talking about it, and we both agreed that it was better if they're newbies just to watch and get the hang of it, ask questions. Anything else?
Don't be scared of it.
No, definitely don't. And some people were like, can we change the size? Yes, I want you guys to absolutely do you. So do whatever size you want. Change the files. If I create the files, this is something that I created. It was very simple, and I was inspired by something I've seen before. I don't mind if you change my files. And then, by the way, you do get commercial use with this. Just don't distribute the file digitally. Anything else that you can think of?
Nope. If you're going to test glitter laminate, start with a smaller piece. Not even necessarily with the file, but just even like a little 3x3 or a little scrap piece or something. And if you have another piece, like scrap of vinyl, you want to just try it on just to get the hang of it.
That's so smart. Because you did this file, the bloom file that we're about to work on. You did that in a 7x7, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I did it. I mean, I'm a little craftier than you, right? So I just was.
Yeah.
I did mine 5-inch. I wasn't going to get that big. But I'm putting my file on this cute little chalkboard I got from Target. But I wanted to show you guys the other one that I found at Walmart. Do you see it, JJ? It's black. It's just a chalkboard. It's chalkboard. I had it. I wanted to show everybody because Walmart has them. They're like $3. You have one, don't you, Lauren?
Yeah, it was the baseball one. I don't know where it is right now.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll move on and maybe we'll find it in a minute. JJ's on the look. Oh, she found it. Okay. So they have these at Walmart for like $3.
The baseball chalkboard.
And they're really cute because they hang somewhere. So that's one that I recommended to you guys to get. The one I got from Target was a Target dollar spot. I don't know if they still have them. They have lots of different colors. Okay. Let's get started. I know you guys are just super antsy. So like I said, I know that I've measured my chalkboard. I don't need it any bigger than 5 inches wide. So I'm going to make sure that my glitter laminate that I cut is going to be a little bigger than 5 inches because I want it to overlap a little bit. So hang in there with me, guys, for a second.
Yeah, you want it to overlap the edge just a little bit. And I find that doing it on a silhouette mat, you know, a mat that's almost losing its sticky a little bit, helps to kind of keep that bottom piece of vinyl in place.
That's so smart. I'm going to do that tonight. Mine's definitely losing its sticky. I was a little concerned because I don't know where my other mat is. I never know where all my little accessories are.
I'm sure it came home with me at some point, right?
Right. Lauren took off with it. I just know it. I always accuse her of it. Actually, I accuse everybody of that because it certainly can't be my organizational skills. Okay, I have to get all of this stuff off because I'm afraid it's not going to stick. Okay. So we'll put this down. I've already mutilated. I told you I didn't test cut. So I'm going to teach you guys, if you don't have the auto test cut, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. If you're a Cricut user or something else, you can actually build the box, build the little test cut box for yourself so you don't ruin a whole piece of vinyl.
So
like
why didn't you trim your vinyl down before you cut it?
Because I've never done it this way before.
Oh, okay.
And I was going to demo it like this because I thought it would be so cute. And yeah, it didn't work out. So usually that's what I'm going to show you.
Because mine's like I trimmed it. Can you see?
Yes.
And then just
that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So mine's going to be no bigger than 5 inches wide. So I'm just going to make sure that my vinyl is a little bit bigger than that.
Right.
So like I'm going to go 5.5. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So first I'm cutting my Messy Studios. Okay. Our Messy Studios adhesive. And you know it's adhesive, guys, if it has sticky on the back like that. And if it also says Orajet, which is an Orifol or cow product, okay? So we're going to put it on the mat like Lauren says to do. I'm going to put mine over here because I've messed up my mat. Can you guys see? Okay, so I'm laying down my adhesive vinyl. Can you guys see? Lauren, can you see?
Yes, you can see it.
Okay, all right, perfect. Now remember, I'm going to have my glitter laminate overlap just a little bit. But it's virtually the same size. Any words of wisdom on that?
No, I just go a little bit bigger because I find that once I do one half of it, it helps to adhere it down in place for me to just do the squeegee to the other half of it.
I agree. Okay. So mine's a little bigger. I'm going to, what you need to do is lay the soft, like, side down. There's a more shiny, slick side, and then there's a more matte side. Mm-hmm. That matte side is what you're going to lay down on top of your square. All right, give me a couple of likes and loves if you guys can see good, and just tell me if you don't.
If the comments are in the way, you can swipe to the right, and it'll move the comments, and you can see everything Mandy's doing.
Okay. Oh, she see. Thank you, Lauren. You're so smart. I never thought to tell them to do that. All right, this is where our tape comes in, and I make my tape bigger or wider than the width of the glitter laminate so that it will tape down nicely, okay? I'm going to, because this is the hinge method, we're creating a hinge in the middle of my, oh good, look at all those likes, yay! In the middle of my project. I'm going to show you guys where it is. If you can't see it right here, I'm going to pick this up and show you, even though I'm kind of taping it to the mat. So I put mine right long ways across like this. So remember, we have our adhesive on the bottom. We have our glitter laminate on top with the shiny side is on top of the glitter laminate. One's more soft, one's shiny. And we're just creating a hinge, okay? Because this is the hinge method. And this is really a great way to apply glitter laminate with no bubbles. I've literally done no bubbles. I don't know about a 7x7, but I could probably do it.
I did have some bubbles because, as Ton says, perfection is not on the side of heaven. Ton's like our Yoda of crafting, if you don't know her. And
yes.
But with bubbles, you have to remember that with the bubbles, my bubbles were in the center area, like the bigger portion. And once I cut the design, it was out. So just because it's bubbles, don't throw it away. At least try to cut it and see if you can't salvage it.
Right. And there are a couple of other few tricks that I will tell you along the way. If you get bubbles, you can get them out, but really it's not that big of a deal. I have bubbles on the glitter laminate that I have on my silhouette, and nobody's ever said, oh my gosh, you have bubbles in that. Maybe because they're being nice, but I don't know. All right. Do we have any questions yet?
Not yet. Someone asked, what's glitter laminate? Why would you use it?
Oh, that's a great question. So glitter laminate. Hey, JJ, really quick, baby, can you hand me that cup over there? The Yeti. The glitter laminate protects adhesive vinyl from the oils on your hands. It helps it last a really, really long time, as well as gives it a beautiful sparkly finish, because why not glitter? Everybody loves glitter. And this is actually something that Yvette did. She put the glitter on top of solid Oracal 651, and it looks great. So you can even put it on solid. In this project, I decided to forego the solid because this would make for a very long project. And hey, Stacy, and I wanted to make sure that you know, we stay on task and don't make it too long for you. I want you guys to learn. And then so you can totally do your pink for the font that is going to come in a minute when we finally get there. You can totally do that with glitter. Are you going to do yours, Lauren?
Me, Tracy. I didn't. I just cut it with just the plain pink.
Okay. I think that's going to be cool though. Like just the glitter on the Messy Studios and then plain on the other. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm doing, this is what I think is the hardest part, especially if you have nails. Basically I'm taking that top layer of the laminate and I'm going to be peeling the backer, because it has a backer on it. It's really sticky, the laminate is. And so you're going to be peeling that laminate or that backer off of your laminate. And then once you get it going, it really is easy. And it's always hard.
Sometimes what I do is I just take my hook and I'll just grab a corner of it, and then it just kind of peels back.
That's such a great idea. But I almost have it, so I'm not going to listen this time, but next time. Okay. Oh, you guys get to see Lauren's face. I'm so happy. What?
You got it.
I know. I got it. Okay. So you peel it up. And like I said, it just takes a little bit of practice. And you carefully pull it back to the tape. Okay. Remember, we're going back to our hinge that we created. Hopefully you guys can all see this well. And then you're going to be really careful because, guys, once this glitter laminate sticks onto something, it's going to be stuck. It is extremely sticky. And then you're going to carefully, see how I have mine right here? I'm going to carefully just lay it back so that now the sticky side is up. It's not touching anything else. And I just have it laying over the hinge, okay? So it's just laying over the hinge. It's not sticking onto anything yet. It's just back. And now what I have left is the backer and my adhesive. So this is the fun part, one of my favorite parts. I'm going to pull my backer up.
Thanks, Ton. I'm doing good.
I loved your quote, Ton, that Lauren told me. No perfection on this side of heaven. Right here, I'm going to cut this off as close to the hinge as I can.
And you're just cutting the backer, right?
Yes, I am just cutting the backer. I'm not cutting anything else. Just going to cut that. You know, I have to say, Lauren, I don't think I like the matte thing. I love you, but it's really stressing me out.
Okay.
I don't think I can move it now, though. I don't want to mess it up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So why do you like the matte, Lauren?
I feel like it just holds the bottom piece in place so it then goes slipping, sliding around.
How do you keep the matte from sliding around? Because that's kind of what's happening to me right now.
I've just kind of propped my arm on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know you start getting your elbows in there and stuff. Ah!
Yeah.
Okay. So I cut my backer off.
Yeah.
And that's going to be thrown away. You don't need that anymore. Clear it out of your way. Now I'm going to carefully turn this around. And I'm going to turn it around because I want to push against. If your tape comes up, just put it back down. Remember, we're just holding it up. We don't want the glitter laminate to touch anything yet. I'm holding it up like this. I've found that if you hold tension up like this as you push it, we're going to push it with our squeegee, you will find that, so I'm holding my tension with this hand, and I'm going slow and steady across with my squeegee. Slow and steady, okay? So you want it to be, you're evenly pushing it on either side. A bigger squeegee like the ones that we have, the 4-inch squeegees, are the best for this. So I literally have no bubbles right now. If this is your first or even second or third time, you probably have a few bubbles, but that is completely okay. So I just did 1/2. I just held tension in that one arm. Yes, sweetie, you can go. Thank you. I just held tension. There's just, now we still have this side that's not, we haven't done anything with, but this one, it's all stuck and no bubbles for me. I went slow and steady. And don't be discouraged if you had bubbles. It's totally okay.
Right.
You'll get to the point where you won't. Now, we're going to pull it back past our hinge. Do you see how my tape is now up on the side? It's okay. I'm going to pull it back. And what we want to do is find the other side of that backer, and we're going to pull it right off like this. Be careful, because remember that glitter laminate is very, very sticky, so you just don't want it to be stuck on anything. It's still laying back like this. And then we're going to do the same thing we just did. I turn mine around because I like to push against it. I'm going to hold it taut with this hand like this, and I'm going to evenly push with my squeegee in the other direction. Hopefully you guys can see this. Yes, I agree, Stacy. Stacy says she really loves the hinge method for applying glitter laminate. And you can use it for other things too. You can use it for big, long decals. It helps you if you tape it in the middle first and go from side to side. It's so much easier. Now, I do have a few bubbles on that other side, but that's okay.
Because of the mat?
It's all the mat's fault. Now it's like stuck to the mat. I'm like, Urgh. Okay. So, I guess I could just leave it there. So I'm going to make sure I pull up my tape, though. And voila. I have my beautiful glittered adhesive. So I did this before we cut, obviously. Throw your backer away so it doesn't confuse you later. And there we go. Now, for this part, it is so pretty, Ton. I think so, too. For this part, I'm going to turn on my software, and I'm going to be using Silhouette software. So some of you don't have Silhouette, and that's okay, because we gave you, if you have the SparkleBerry box, you have this file and you have an SVG, so you should be able to pull it into your software. And we've tested them too, so I didn't mess up on that. I was so excited. So hopefully you guys will have just as much success.
Yes.
Okay, so do we have any comments or questions before we move on to the actual cutting of this? Because the cutting is also an art, as I just found out. I don't think I see any. Everybody's just being a really good listener. Did you do a test cut,
or did you just find out the hard way?
I first didn't do a test cut, and so now I'm going to do a test cut with them, with everybody, so that you guys can see that I do one. I don't always do one. But I want to also show the Cricut users, even though we're going to be using this software, if you guys are able to build a box just like we have, and even the triangle, I believe. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've used my Cricut, but I'm pretty sure you can build triangles too. So I'm going to turn you around, and we're going to look at my software, and I'm going to show you a few different tricks, because one thing we're going to be putting, I did not put registration boxes on your file, because I want you guys to build them and really understand how to do the registration boxes. I'm going to impress Lauren. We were talking about them earlier. Okay. I'm turning you around, I promise. Okay. Turn around. All right. Let me pull this closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. So if you did the SVG, then you, and Lauren, are you okay? Are you okay to be there and watch?
Yeah.
Chill? Cool. Okay. Well, you look beautiful. I just want you to know.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. So the SVG, I made sure that these were separate, because I wanted these are a lot of little parts. Some of you, especially after talking to Lauren, whenever she cut it, would you have just taken these out, you think?
A couple of the small ones probably, but I'm just going to see how it looks when I put the words on it. And if it doesn't match up, then I'll just peel the small pieces off.
Okay, perfect. So Stephanie says squares and triangles are free shapes that can easily be added in Cricut Design Space. I thought so. So awesome. All right. So, hey, Megan Martin. Okay, so the reason these are two different colors, guys, is because I am going to do pattern for the
hey, petals. Mandy, I'm covering some of the design. So why don't I jump off for you to do this part?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was like, I thought somebody was like giving them an update. Okay, no. How do I say goodbye?
I don't know.
Let's see if I can swipe.
Oh, I have an X.
Oh, cool. Bye. All right. Okay, so Lauren's hopping off for a second. That was really cool, though. Okay. I have, if you see these little boxes up there, I'm going to show you how I created them, okay? So the first thing, we're going to start back brand new. These are called registration boxes. And I'm going to open my file real quick. And I'm going to do the studio file. I'm going to show you. Okay, so if you open the studio file, this is how it looked. If you open the SVG, this is how it should look. So you want to make sure these are grouped, but I'm going to go ahead and put this back here. Exactly. Well, you know what? We're going to undo. So it'll be perfect, just like it started. So I'm just undoing. Okay. I'm going to build registration boxes, and this is so that you can actually layer perfectly without having to worry about anything. So I'm just going to do one little box right here, and then I am going to get my arrow back. I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to duplicate it so that I have another one. And I'm going to pull it over here, pull this one over here. They don't have to be exactly aligned, and I'm doing this one-handed, so let me see if I can like hold this. I should have had JJ stay. I'm going to see if we can, yeah, shift and shift. Hold on, guys, sorry. Okay, I would like mine to be aligned, so I'm just going to go over here and line them up horizontally, just because that's the little bit of type A in me. And now I have my registration boxes. So how is this going to work? Let me show you. I'm actually going to highlight my whole design, and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to pull my duplicate over to the side over here. Now this is something that's very important. You want to make sure, now I'm going to separate my designs. First, I'm deleting this one because I already have my duplicate over here, and that's okay. And you know, now that I see these little things, don't be afraid to change some of this up, guys, and edit some of those out. I'm okay with that. I took some out, but you may want to take more out. Now we're going to group those two little boxes with my petals. So I'm going to right click and group. This is a very important step. I'm going to erase my petals over here because this is for my, let's get this off. This is for my pink. I'm using pink for this, and so it's a different color. Right click, group. Boom, and there you go. So Stephanie says to make sure that they are the same color. Right, so in Cricut it has to be the same color. I do remember that, or it won't cut with it. So I'm going to cut my petals first. Oh, you know what I didn't do, guys? I didn't size it down. A very important step. So let's put this back here and line up my squares. You can see how your squares are going to be lined up perfectly. And I'm just going to make this a little smaller. I didn't want to size it separately though, because that would be a big mistake. I'm taking mine down to under 5 inches. Okay, there we go. I know it looks really small. Sorry if you guys are moving around a lot. I'm trying not to have you move around a lot. Okay, now I'm going to pull, oops, this one over. Mine is going to be over here because that is where my glitter laminate is on my mat, since we applied it like that. So I'm going to cut it like that. So now we're getting ready to send it to the mat, guys. So I'm going to send it, and when I do, I'm going to tell you a few of my settings. I'm going to make sure it says cut, first of all. I cut mine on cardstock adhesive backed. Like I said, all machines are a little different. Blade of 4, speed of 3, force of 20 is what I'm down to, and I'm making sure my segment overcut is right there. Now see this right here, guys, this test? This is a test cut, and it's basically a square with a triangle in it, and that is what I'll show you on my machine. That's what Silhouette does when you push this button. So now I'm going to load this on to my Silhouette, hopefully with one hand. Maybe not. Okay, hold on. Let me put you guys down here for a moment so we can get this perfectly on. That's not perfectly on. You guys should try filming as you're doing these projects. It's always really fun. Okay, so I'm going to first do my test cut, okay? and it's going to do it over there. So what I want to do is move my blade. With this button, I'm moving my blade. See how I'm holding down this button right here? It's moving my test cut all the way over here. Now I do have a little box in a moment that I don't want it to get on my registration box, so that'll be fun. So let's move it even further down. No. Okay, I'm gonna have to line it like perfectly up. Any of you experts have any advice for me? Because I didn't even think about the registration box being right there. You can tell me, don't be afraid. Go right there, and hopefully that'll be good. Okay, so I just basically manually moved my blade, and I'm pushing test. Yes, so Laura, I will explain in just a moment about the squares. Yeah, Laura, just make the squares. You'll see in a moment why we need those squares. So this is the awesome auto blade. Draw a test box. Gina says, hopefully I'm not cutting where my design's going to be. I really hope. I think it'll be fine. So right now it's just doing a square with a triangle in it, and we're just testing my numbers. I did change my numbers. I used the cardstock adhesive backed setting, and you would use the cardstock setting for Cricut, but you may want to use, okay, I totally lost my train of thought. Sorry. Remind me, guys. Okay, where are we? Do you see that, guys? It's a square with a triangle in it. And, oh, I changed my settings on my adhesive cardstock. This is perfect. Do you see that? It did not cut through the backing, but it did cut my vinyl. And so that's what I'm trying to show my Cricut people, that this is great. And why would we use a test cut, you ask? So that we don't ruin a whole giant sheet of, ooh, look underneath my nail, that's gross. A whole giant sheet of adhesive or HTV or whatever. Use that test cut. Test cut. It's so important. It's such a great tool. Okay? And Gina says she's never used the actual test feature. Okay, so hopefully, let's just cross our fingers that this is not going to be in the way of my design. If it does, I know it's still going to be beautiful because, like Ton and now Lauren says, there is no perfection on this side of heaven. So I'm now loading it back up, and we're just going to go ahead. I'm ready. I'm ready to take the leap and make my cut. And it's going to be loud and annoying, but we'll talk about some other stuff and hopefully get your mind off of it. I'm going to send this. Beautiful. Okay, so here it goes. The awesome auto blade for you Cricut users who have never seen the auto blade on the Silhouette Cameo 3. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Cindy. Okay. I'm going to turn you around while, I don't know, maybe you guys have some questions or something. I want to talk a little bit more. I know it's loud and annoying. Just give me a second. I want to talk a little bit more for those of you that jumped on. We're talking about the SparkleBerry Box right now. It's a monthly subscription, and the April box went out. It's been so far so good. There are, I mean, a few blips along the way, but we're really having a good time. And I know what would be really great is for me to have all the files for you right away in the beginning. And that's something I want to move toward. But originally when I started this idea, I was going to be using files from other sources. But the problem with that is that you guys would have to buy them probably unless we found free ones. And I wanted to be able to give them to you as part of the value. And so it actually makes the value closer to around $90 for the box. That's my goal, to make sure that, and because of that though, it's taking a little bit of time because we're designing, and I have a really talented designer who's about to start helping me. I'm so excited about that. Some of you guys may guess who that might be, and I'm really excited because it just really adds a ton of value to be able to give you guys these files. So for those of you who didn't get the email in the beginning, everybody received the email because we can see that they received the email, but they must be somewhere in spam world or something. So, so I don't know why Megan's yawning. Maybe she's going to bed. Okay, so Rachel says she's stuck on her ratchet blade. She can't change. Sorry, it's so loud. There's a lot of cutting. She's stuck on her ratchet blade. I love the auto blade. I've never had an issue, knock on wood. And Rachel, Lenora says if you get a ball of aluminum foil, it should sharpen up your blade. Oh, I haven't heard that. Brenda says, when I order HTV and matching adhesive, how do I know which is which? That's such a good question, Brenda. And that's exactly what I want you guys to be asking me. These questions that you may be scared to ask, but I don't want you to be scared because they're usually really simple answers. The adhesive permanent vinyl, number one, is going to be sticky on the back, hence the adhesive name. Okay, that's for cups and cars. And then your HTV is going to be solid white on the back. It's also a little flimsier. It has more of a matte look to it. Oh, that's so loud. But that's how you tell. It's very easy to tell once you get them both in your hand. All right, so let's see. So Jerry says she's helping her hubby pack for a trip. And okay, so Jerry wants to know if I could buy commercial designs. I don't know if you mean me personally, but yeah, no, I think we have the design situation like under control. I'm really excited about it. And it's just gonna take, I'm just not gonna have 8 files for you right when the boxes go out. You guys are more than welcome to do anything you want with the great value of the box. The box already has a great value. We're matching all the colors for you, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh yes, to put it in the box. Yeah, so we're not wanting to add any, we don't want to add to your price, we just want to add to the value, so we don't want you guys to have to, the designs are going to not be extra for you. If you're not a member of the box, we may possibly be putting them on the website for a small fee, because that is part of being a part of the membership. It's part of the exclusive part, is you're getting those designs. And I think it's done. I think it's done. Okay, so... Oh, she says she thinks autocorrect got Megan when she was typing her name. Oh. Oh, Brenda, you want me to talk about Shark Tank? I could have talked about Shark Tank. I'll talk about I'll get to it. We'll get to another lull in a second, I bet, and I'll talk about it. It was so much fun. Like, so much fun. Such a great experience. I met some really cool people, some really cool entrepreneurs. Learned a ton. The pitch was such a fun thing to do. It was like 10 o'clock at night when I finally did it. I still feel a little crazy for doing it because I don't really have a ton of time to do anything. So, you know, Kathy has a great question. Da, da, da. Yeah, we'll talk about Shark Tank a little bit more in just a second. Let me turn you around. Kathy, you can literally move your blade by moving this thing, just by pushing these little arrows. Watch this. I'm going to push this arrow right there. Are you ready? Watch my blade. It will manually move it back. Isn't that cool? So that's helping you to put it in a different design, a different place, so that you don't get it in the way of the design. Okay. Design that I hope is awesome anyway. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. It didn't mess up anything. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Okay, but I really do need to get this off my mat. Okay. It's just really, really, really sticky. I kind of overdid it on the overlapping of the glitter laminate. So you're going to pull this off now, and you can totally weed it right now if you want. I wonder how this would work. I was going to try to weed it like this, where I just pull it all off. I think that may work. Okay, it's weeding really, really well, despite that one little guy. I'm just going to pull him off and put him on later. Okay, I'm just pulling this up, and like I thought, that is a really good setting that I had. So that was a blade of 4, speed of 3, a force of 20, and then I put my segment overcut on. Okay. Now there are some little pieces that I am just going to let pick up, because like Lauren said, she felt like they were just really a little too small, and so it's okay. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. You make this your thing, and I wish you guys could see what I'm doing. And I actually really like weeding with the glitter laminate, because it's really thick, and so usually it comes out really, really well, and then it's also really easy just to put back on if it comes up. I do miss having my girls right here with me. I will say that. It's a little lonely, even though you guys are keeping me company. Okay, so remember, keep those registration boxes that we created on there. And I'm going to show you in a moment why those are so genius, okay? So Deanna says that light cardstock worked better for her on her Cricut, and so that's great. That is really, really good. It's also going to depend on your blade and how new it is and all that good stuff. That always that's always something that you have to consider. A sharper blade's going to cut probably a little better, or like a newer blade. Okay, sorry, I know I'm like really having to concentrate, but typically when I weed, when I'm on the phone, when I'm on the phone with you guys, typically I miss little pieces, and I did, but that's okay. It's still beautiful, and I can find them in a moment, because that's another good thing is when you have this glitter laminate on here, it's really easy to pick the pieces out because it's not super thin. So it's worth it. It really is. Okay. We just may wait and find it in a minute because that's okay. I'm going to put this over to the side so I don't bore you guys. Okay. Jill asks, she's a Cricut user, so use the regular vinyl setting. No, make sure, yes, Megan, make sure, Jill, that you are using one of the cardstock options is what you want to try to test cut. Oh, and I rolled it the wrong way, but there we go. So far, so good. I'm missing one little piece, but that's okay. All right. Now we're going to move to a little bit easier part, to just the pink for our words. And I love what this says. It says, bloom where you're planted. I love that. I needed that reminder this week. I need it all the time, actually. I am not going to be putting glitter laminate on my Oracal 651, but you guys are certainly welcome to. It's so doable, so go for it if you want to. So I'm going to turn you back around so you can see my screen. Or camera girl. Okay, design, going back to my design now. And now it's time to get our other design. And I actually like putting mine over here on this side. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to lay my 651 down. Put you back right here. I'm going to lay this on the mat. The 651, the pink is on the top, is facing up, just like our pattern vinyl. We had the pretty side up. I'm going to load it in. And you should do, if you've never cut 651, you should go ahead and do your test cut. I have cut 651 several times and lately, so I know my settings, so I'll tell you what they are in a moment. So my settings are going to be, we're going to send this to our mat. My settings are going to be vinyl glossy is what I use. Maybe if I can find it. There it is, vinyl glossy. And I'm not going to tweak it at all because I'm super thinking that's going to be great. I'm making sure that my 651 is really on there because there are these little bubbles. Sometimes it doesn't stick well and then it makes crazy cuts. Okay, and Yvette says to use light or regular cardstock setting to cut with glitter laminate. Hey Yvette, you want to come onto camera? I just had Lauren call in. I bet she would just really love that. I didn't even give her any notice. Okay. I think that's good. I think we're good. All right. I just don't want anything to mess up. Okay, here we go, guys. We're going to send this bad boy. I'm not test cutting, but like I said, you need to if you've never used a 651 or if it's been a while. So I don't know why. Yeah, come on, Yvette. You can come on. It's so much fun. So much fun. So there we go. So now it's going to cut my words. Now, let's talk a little bit about why we would want these boxes. If you can see, hi, Tara. All right, if you see, whenever we get our boxes, these boxes are going to be able to line perfectly up. And if we just line those boxes up, then we're going to be able to make sure that we're exactly centered where we want to be and right where we want our words. All right, so I did use a mat, Jerry. You may not be able to see it. I know, see how it wasn't the best application right there, but that's okay. And we're really almost done, guys. You guys are such troopers. I'm having a blast. I hope that you are. We're going to do a more like rambunctious one a little later on. Hopefully not too rambunctious, but later on this week. So I'm excited about that. We're going to be doing HTV. I think that's Karen. I think that's her little profile picture, giving me all that love. Oh yeah, you want to? Yeah, you want to come on? Oh, okay. I'm pulling Yvette on. Are you guys ready? Let's see. Let me find her. While this is cutting. All right, I'm trying to add her.
Oh, shoot.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Look at, oh my goodness gracious.
This is such a fun option.
Hold on.
I'm going to use this for
Okay.
a lot. So you guys just all be prepared because I'm going to start bringing you on.
I'm going to get lighting.
How fun
okay,
is
there
this?
we go.
There we
That's
go. I
fabulous.
know. Yeah, that's the only thing.
I
Awesome.
look lovely.
What do you think?
Look
Are
at
you
this.
are you crafting tonight or just what? You look beautiful. Stop it.
Yeah.
Are you crafting tonight or just watching?
Well, I'm preparing. I'm having someone order. Okay, so I'm doing an order. I'm going to show y'all what my new project is. So
Okay.
I have a friend who put in an order. Remember these black glitter bags?
I do. Ooh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So I have to do 40 canvas bags and then 40 makeup bags.
40?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Will you dare share your source of where you found those gorgeous bags?
Well, so they were bought from, oh gosh, Blanks and Beyond.
Okay.
Yeah.
We love her.
Melissa Amherst. That's beautiful.
I know, it weeded so nicely. So it cut perfectly, guys. See, I didn't have to test cut on that one, but you guys need a test cut.
My whole
Now I
house
can
is
find my
asleep
hook.
already.
Your husband's asleep?
The whole house.
Oh, I have to be quiet.
No, you're fine.
Well, this is really fun. So are you working on that project tonight?
Well, so I'm typing everything out because it's for a bunch of girls for gymnastics, and so they are they're personalizing them. So I'm just getting
Okay.
I'm figuring out the font and the layout, and then I'm kind of playing with different color ideas, and then I'll meet with my friend and see if that's what she wants, and we'll go from there.
And I'm sure I'll be hearing from you.
Yeah, I might need a little vinyl. Where would I get that from?
I have no idea.
I know, right?
I
I love this.
Well,
Is this a new
awesome.
feature?
It's been a feature for a while that I've known about, and I've been really excited to do this. And honestly, I haven't been able to convince anybody to do it. And then tonight, I just really hardcore pressured Laura, and we were talking right before the live, and I was like, hey, I think you should come on.
Aw,
What do you think?
sweet. Hey, Ton, thank you. You're so sweet. This is the mom look.
Oh my goodness, girl, I had a day. I had a mom day for sure. I had lots of mom stuff. Okay,
Yes.
I'm done weeding, so I'm gonna take them
Okay.
back to this.
All right,
Thank
well,
you for joining
Bye,
us.
everybody. Bye.
Bye, girlie. You
Okay.
have an X on your little thingy.
Oh, my what?
There's an X apparently. I don't
Oh.
really know.
What's that mean?
Like, I don't know. There's an X to close it out. You can stay there
Oh,
because as
there's
long
an
as it's
X.
not on my screen, they're okay.
No, I'll close myself out. How do I do that? Okay, how do I do that? I'll figure it out. All right, you can.
Okay, you're fine.
I found it.
All right, yeah, party at SparkleBerry. Okay. All right, I know, Jerry, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to totally spontaneously pull you guys on because I think that's like the coolest feature ever. Okay, so now, guys, I've weeded my project. For those of you that don't know what weeding is, I used my hook and I basically pulled out all the spaces like in the O, in the R, in the A, just to make sure I'm getting all those little pieces out. And look what I made sure to leave. My registration boxes, and they should... I pulled this off the mat instead of pulling the mat off of my vinyl, so I curled it, and that's like a total rookie mistake. So I have my registration boxes. I am ready to put this on, okay? I'm going to start with my top layer. This is actually called layering, even though it's not like on top of one another. It's even though it's not touch. Oh, I forgot an A. Thank you. Thank you, Helen, and everybody else that saw that. Jill. Got it. Okay. Got it. Now, this is where our application tape comes in. It's this gridded. I love this gridded transfer tape. It's really great. There are a lot of really good transfer tapes out there, but this one's really good, especially if you like those lines, okay? Because it's still clear, but it has these awesome lines. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off. I want to make sure that my transfer tape that I'm cutting is at least big enough to cover the biggest design, which just happens to be my flowers, okay? And, or the petals. I have all kinds of petals over here. I have like 3 petals missing, so don't worry. I'm going to find the spots for them in a minute and put them on after it's all finished, because I just don't have time for all that. So I'm cutting my transfer tape out. But remember, I'm going to start with my top layer. And I'm going to point you guys down so you can actually see what you're doing. Bye, Ton. Yes, so this gridded transfer tape is from SparkleBerry, Jamie, and it came in the SparkleBerry subscription box. That's what we're working with right now. There was a sheet in that. So right now, I'm going to make sure I'm going to center it, because remember, this is basically in the center. So even though this is a smaller design, I want to make sure to somewhat center it. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And where's my squeegee? SparkleBerry squeegee. I'm going to squeegee it on. Then it should come right off, maybe. Right there, okay. And now I'm going to, okay, here's a little trick. If you put the wax part, not the paper part, but the wax part on your designs and then just leave these right here, this will help you not stick to the design and just line up the boxes at first, and then you can later slide that out. Cats, Emily, cats. So Emily's cats steal her squeegees. So that's what I always think, every time I see my squeegee, I think of your cats as well, Emily. Okay, so I'm lining my boxes up. Do you guys see this? So if you've never used registration boxes and you were like, what is that crazy girl doing with those registration boxes? This is what it's all about. I am lining them up, and then I'm going to pull this wax out, and watch this, guys. I'm just going to put my design right there. Remember, there are some petals missing, and that's okay, because there is no perfection this side of heaven. Oh, I'm just going to say that over and over again until I believe it. No, it's true. It's so true. There you go. I am missing a petal. I'm going to put it on in a minute, so don't worry. So see there, guys, it is all lined up. So that's why we use registration boxes, and it will help you do layering projects. This is really just an adhesive project, though. Or for adhesive, you don't do that with HTV. It's a little easier to layer HTV. So now, look what I have. I have my design, and I'm going to take these off because I no longer need them, even though they were so helpful. Okay. Now, well, the reason why I like that it's on the shirt, Stacy, like whenever you do, oh no, was it Stacy? Oh, Jerry said wish you could do it with HTV. But I kind of like HTV in the fact that it doesn't stick to itself like all the time. That's kind of, you know, that's the plus of that. So this is a fun thing to do for adhesive projects every now and then. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this on my pink frame because it matches my pink font. And that other chalkboard was from Walmart. So you guys can totally go get one. They have those all the time. This was a Target dollar spot, okay? So I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to show you guys who haven't applied adhesive before. I should have made this a little bigger. There's always something. I know. But it's okay. I have more of these chalkboards. I ought to give one away because they're really cute. All right. So I'm going to do my design like this because I want it to go pretty much in the middle, and I lay my designs down in the middle first. So just make sure it's nice and straight. Maybe. Okay, now I'm nervous. No reason to be nervous. It's just so late. Thank you guys for joining me so late. I know it's late for you. I really appreciate it. We don't typically do this late, but at the end of school, like, we get so stinking busy. I know you guys know. Okay. And it's actually really easy. I'm making it a little harder than what it looks or what it is. I just wanted it to be perfect for you. All right. Okay, I was like, no, you are gonna stick. Okay, so you can take your squeegee, press it down. Oh, Stacy, that's such a good idea. Stacy said she meant the saying "no perfection this side of heaven" on a shirt. Yes, I know, and I was thinking, Stacy, that you had said something, but it was, I think it was Jerry. I was confused, but yes, I agree. So let's see. Michelle says she's used registration marks on HTV. She put down heat-sensitive tape first where the registration marks would hit the shirt. Awesome. Okay, well, that may be something we should try. So this chalkboard is definitely, you may have to do a little extra squeegeeing to get it to stick on there, but dadgummit, I'm going to get it on there. You just watch, guys. I want you guys to see this. It's really cute. It probably should have been a little bigger, but that's just me being frantic and planning, not last minute, because this is like, I'm having to really plan now with the box. I'm really, really excited because this is something that is really something I need to be doing. Planning these projects is so much fun. It's a little bit of work, but I'm happy for work. It's what I really want to be doing. So here we go. And I'm going to turn you around so you can see it. Don't worry, because I know this camera is backwards. So it definitely could have been a little bigger. Let's turn you around. But there we go. So guys, bloom where you are planted. And look at that glitter. How gorgeous is that? And this chalkboard has a little like picture thing that helps it prop up. So this would be so cute on a desk, and it's missing a petal, so I'm going to go back and find my petals. I have them sticking right here so I don't forget. And we're going to find where they go. But what do you guys think? I'm so glad you love it. Awesome. I got a little off right there. Wonder what happened. I think I had to replace that. So, yes. Oh, Emily says to add some squiggles or flourishes in the corners. That's such a good idea. So, I am going to leave that to you, Emily, to design and then send it to me, okay? Love you. Love you, mean it. I'll send you an extra squeegee or two. All right, so there you go. That glitter laminate, you just can't beat it, guys. You really can't. It is so gorgeous. And if you do get bubbles in your glitter laminate that drive you crazy, let me show you one over here. See if you guys can see it. See that bubble? I could stick a needle in that, and it would just press it down, and it would go right away. And some people will actually put like a hair dryer on it and to fix it. So cool. All right. If I missed anything, remind me, and I'll talk a little bit about Shark Tank for those of you that want to hear it. So I found out that if I do get a call back, I won't be able to say a thing about it until 2 weeks before, if the episode aired. So of course it's a long shot. It's like literally 0.25% for me to get on the show, but I thought it would be a really great opportunity to get in front of people. Just anytime I can talk about my business, it makes me super happy anyway. And so that was super fun. And it was just such a good experience. You have literally, so I got there at like 11:30 in the morning. I got my wristband, which is what I posted and everybody saw. And go ahead, Ton, design that shirt. And so I was number 472 in line. And then they came around about an hour later. They said they were coming right back around to tell you the time to come back. So they told us to come back at like 6:30. Well, the problem with that is I was at the Battery in Atlanta, and I was about 45 minutes to an hour away from home because I live in Atlanta and you never know with traffic. So I decided to stay where I was. I wanted to stay in the zone. It was going to be like 2 hours of traveling if I left. So I was like, you know what? Just stay here. So I stayed. 6:30 came and went, and they were running behind, of course. I finally got to pitch what I pitched at 10 p.m., and I was exhausted and really thirsty because by that time everybody had like drank all the coffee, all the water, all the everything, and I had nothing left. Like I was so incredibly thirsty. They were really awesome. They were really like professional and just kind, and nobody was like, you know, they weren't mean at all like they are on the Shark Tank, because that part is probably a lot for entertainment. The first one's really more about if they think that you have a good story, and if you're gonna have like that TV, you know, the thing that catches everybody's attention. And also they look at the business, I think, does play a little bit into it, and they do like things that are different. So I thought, hey, we've never had vinyl on there, so that would be so cool. So I really felt great walking out of it. They asked a ton of questions, and they were super, confirmed all my contact information. But that's all I can say, because if I ever do get a call back, I can't say a word about it until 2 weeks before we air, and that could be like literally a year. It's crazy. It's really crazy. So Ton says you can make a garden flag out of plexiglass and put that on it. That's so true. I was alone, Jerry. I went all by myself. It was a long day, and so I thought about taking one of my kiddos. I'm glad I didn't, because it was such a long day. And like I said, I just felt like beaten up by the end of the day, because I was so thirsty and tired, and it was just, it would have been hard for them. And so it was okay to be alone, though, because I was so in my zone. I did a little work too while I was there, because there is always something I can be doing. I know that is a big secret, isn't it, Emily? Especially to you guys, and everybody was so supportive. But I did find out that that's something that they make you say, that, like, you can get kicked off if you say anything. But oh well. But that would be so exciting. So prayers. If it's in God's plan, I am totally on board. If it is not, that's okay. I'll be a little sad, but I'm not, like, we have to totally accept what God's plan is for us. And if that's not in the plans, that's totally okay, because it just means there's something bigger and better, right? That's the truth. So I had so much fun doing this, because the adhesive is something, we haven't done adhesive in forever, like a really long time. You guys are awesome. Thank you for that. Yes, I appreciate the prayers. I think that mostly, I'll just be really honest with you, that mostly it does feel like if I didn't get accepted, and I didn't think I was going to feel like this in the beginning, but I think that I'll feel a little rejected, which is so dumb. So if you pray for anything, number one, for God's will to be done, because even if I was invited, like, I have to make sure that it's something that I am supposed to do, that it would be something that God wanted me to do, because just because I would get a huge opportunity like that does not necessarily mean that's how I go. That's not necessarily the direction I go. So I have to be really sure about that. So that would be another tough decision. But also, just if the prayers are so appreciated, if you'd like to pray, I think that for God's will to be done, and then for me to not, like, get my feelings hurt. I know I should be stronger than that, but there is a layer of hope and putting yourself out there and that sort of thing. Even though it's like 0.5% chance, I so shouldn't be. But it was so fun. And then when you're in it, and it's like there are like Shark Tank things everywhere, you're like, oh, I could have a chance. So, but I met a lot of really cool people. No, Jerry, I actually didn't meet the sharks. I have not met the sharks yet. So I'm sure Mark Cuban would be very nice, right? So, Lasheria, I hope I pronounced that right. My shirt says Adventure Awaits. And I did this shirt in Pastel Stream. It never comes across on camera as beautiful as it is. I love Pastel Stream cut. I think it's the light that reflects off of it. But this is one of my favorite shirts. Love Pastel Stream. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm really excited. Thank you guys for your patience with the files. Those of you who are not SparkleBerry Box members, I will make this file available. The SparkleBerry Box members have it included with their membership. So we need to figure out something for you guys, because you may want this, and I totally get that. So thank you, Emily. You've got your fanatic groupies to support you. Thank you, Emily, very much. So I will be in touch, because we have another project or two coming this week, and we are building something on the page for you. There's going to be a members only space for you to go into and download everything from the month, and so you don't have to wait on emails and things like that, because emails are going spam, clutter. Check all those boxes, because they all got sent. So love you guys. I'm so glad you had fun. Remember, this is going to be posted right after the live. If you're just tuning in, I am Mandy with SparkleBerry, and I love you all. Yeah, that's it. This is going to be a fun journey. So have a great night. And thank you, Lauren and Yvette, for joining me. Bye, guys.